Hey everybody, this is Barjin here. We have Rytheo, the Vanguard, playing some Star Wars today. Going to be playing through the main story as a free-to-play character just to see what is different, what is locked away, and what we can achieve together here. So we're going to be playing through. And so far, I can show you I literally just made a new character. He is level 1 in the starting zone on Hut, and we are after Vex to get into the Great Hunt as a bounty hunter. That is the personal story that we are doing, and we're going to see what this entails.
Welcome to Hutta, kid. You're new here. You look pretty tough, but let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back out there. Learn how to please the people in charge. And as soon as you can, get out.
You make Hutta sound like such a wonderful place to be.
The gang wars on Hutta are like the swamps. Wade far enough in, and you find yourself stuck and sinking fast. There's a gang war raging out there right now. If you want to survive on Hutta, you're going to have to learn the ropes. I can get you experience navigating Hutta's gangs, help you build your reputation, if you help me out.
Now you're finally saying something interesting.
This is a gangster town, controlled by a greedy and cruel Hutt named Nemro, as if there was any other kind. Used to be I worked for Nemro's gang. Violent, bloody life. That's why I left. But now, my little brother's following my footsteps. Nemro's street gang leader, Rex Gear, is my old buddy. I thought he might help get my brother out, but I can't get to Rex for all the fighting.
Just point me in the right direction. I'll show them the business end of my blaster.
I hope you're right about that. You'll find Nemro's boys holed up in Jaguna, but you're gonna need to fight through Fathra's thugs. So be careful.
So there's a couple things that I wanted to go over. One, I played Star Wars when it came out for maybe a year. Did not get any character past level 40, I'll say. Stopped playing after a little bit. So I am very interested in all the stories and what's going on. I'm going to do my best to actually watch and pay attention. I have a really bad habit of just OCD blasting through the story and not actually paying attention whatsoever in pretty much any game I play. Kind of blame WoW on that with the insta-text, but we all move on, right? So let's see what this Nemro bounty droid has to say.
I'll listen, for now. I suppose I can do that.
So we're just picking up some side quests here before we head out. My thought so far on where I'm going with this is I know you can kind of pick whatever class you want to play and then just play the story. So I picked Bounty Hunter. I wanted to go Vanguard just because I thought it'd be fun to play something different per each story, just to kind of get a different flavor on it. I feel like it's very believable that a Republic trooper might turn against the military or possibly just have enough and go into a life of bounty hunting. So let's see what kind of interesting shenanigans Rytheo can get into. One thing you'll notice is that if you played Star Wars from, 2013, 2012, whenever it came out, you'll notice that this is a far cry from the difficulty that it was back in the day. So it is interesting. I think what they did was they increased the experience, which I feel is a very normal thing for games to do after a while. I feel like World of Warcraft did this, and pretty much every other game did it. But what I find interesting about it is it basically makes you overpowered because you'll be way over leveled for anything that you're actually trying to do, which can be hilarious, but it is kind of annoying because it defeats some of the challenge. But I have seen on Reddit that the game gets more challenging as it goes on, and eventually it no longer becomes you over leveling everything. So hopefully that is true. So we're going to be attempting to pay attention to what's going on lore-wise, story-wise, as much as possible, at least for me. I'm going to try to keep the talking to a minimum around cutscenes, unless I don't think it's really that important, but we'll try to keep that going. So one thing that is interesting that I noticed is I don't remember this planet looking as good as this. So I did see someone talking on YouTube about how they've been slowly revamping the old worlds. I'm going to, after this video, I will find out who said that and put it in the comments just to make sure they get their credit, because I'm mentioning what they said. But other than that, I just find it very interesting that it does look pretty clear. I remember this place being very green. Kind of obnoxious to play through. But this seems good. One habit you may notice is that I am definitely very guilty of the old school mentality of World of Warcraft, where you just go on a quest and just start murdering a bunch of people without actually paying attention to what you're doing. I think that was all the kill the 40 boars for the tusk with the drop rate of 5% or something dumb like that they had all the time. Alright, so let's take a quick look and see what's going on here. So, speak to Rex Gear, return to Braden. So, let's see. We have a quest over here, so let's get this done. It's funny, as I say, I'm going to try to pay attention.
You got some skill breaking through Fothra's line, and some nerve coming in here. Do I know you?
I don't have time for this. I'm here for the Brill kid.
What do you want with him? You working for Fothra too?
So as I was saying before, Rytheo is a vanguard, which is typically on the Republic side. I'm clearly a bounty hunter. I think as far as evil or good scaling, I think I'm going to try to adhere to a kind of a personal story that I am giving myself. I think I'm going to try to make him not as sympathetic to the Empire as maybe a typical bounty hunter story will go. I'm probably going to try to not really trust the Republic and definitely not like the Empire, and then we'll see where the good and the bad come from that, just to see how interesting we can make it. I've always hated the you're a good guy, so you have to be a good guy. You're a bad guy, you have to be a bad guy.
His brother sent me to get him out of the gang.
Lou sent you, huh? I wish I could say that made things different, but it just don't work that way. The Brell kid's a traitor. First time Father's thugs start shooting at us, he turns coward and tries to join their side. Nemro's gonna have a lot of questions for him, and I can't let him go.
I'm sure we can come to some agreement.
You're right. We're civilized people, aren't we? Look, I don't want to make trouble. So how about I pay you some credits and you go on your way? Tell Brell's big brother you got here too late or something. You'll be richer, and this weasel will get what he has coming.
So this is kind of what I'm talking about. I feel like in this situation, I don't think my guy is really going for the scumbag approach. I feel like it's more he's telling me to look the other way. I think I already was hired to get him back. So let's stick to the guns of not betraying the person that hires me. So let's go with that.
I have a better idea. You let Brell go, and he and his brother leave Hutta, and nobody knows any different.
What am I supposed to tell the boys? Turn coward and get a free pass off Hutta? That kind of deal's no good for morale.
This isn't my problem.
You're not gonna give me a choice, are you? Looks like you got lucky, Brell. Your big brother's hired muscle just saved your skin.
That guy seemed to fold pretty quickly.
Thank you.
You better get out of here, too. The boys won't be happy when they find out what you did.
I was really expecting that guy to try to fight me, which I guess I'll take that, whatever. RP my way out of the conversation. One of the reasons why I went Vanguard, by the way, at least instead of the Commando, I was never a big fan of the giant Gatling gun. I mean, it's great in every video game, obviously, but in this one, I always felt like it was... maybe it's because it's an RPG. It never felt good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a first-person shooter. It's, you know, too slow, I guess. Alright, I think we have finished all the quests that we have, and we will just kind of grind our way through here, pick up some extra experience. Takes 2 seconds to go through, and let's see what we have. Oh, I forgot to check what the recharge and reload. Gotcha. Pretty sure every class has their own healing animation, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's check out. So we got this quest over here. We can sell... I feel like med packs are completely useless until later on.
I just heard from my little brother, and it's a good thing, too. Fathra doesn't look like he's about to let up. And if it gets much worse, Nemro might start being more picky about who he lets on board the shuttles.
We better settle up.
I can't thank you enough, kid. Here's the credits I promised. Be careful on Hutta, though. Hutt'll eat you alive if you let him.
So that guy gave me 42 credits. I'm actually very curious now on whether or not you get more credits by betraying him opposed to completing it. I feel like this game would be a lot more fun if they made you honor it to get more, but I can see it working the other way as well.
Excuse me, stranger. I don't mean to be overly familiar, but I think you're just the kind of person who can help me. My coward of a husband has taken my son, and I need someone with the wit and muscle to bring him back.
to finish the thought, I don't really feel like going back, but it is an interesting thought to find out. Maybe I'll do that on off time or something. All right, so this lady is talking about her husband's a coward. I really want to say I don't care. Yeah, let's
Your
do it.
marital problems aren't my business.
My marriage has been dead for years. This is about my son. My son is gifted. Do you understand me? Gifted in the Force. He has the ability to train on Korriban and become Sith. My husband trained on Korriban. He had his chance at glory, but failed. And now he runs errands for a slimy hut. I will not have my son do the same. Please, you must help me.
Let's see. Personal thoughts. Let's see. So, help this lady who feels like every single mom that everyone hates. Help her son get into the Sith Academy, which is basically hate school. I don't know. I feel like the dad is just trying to not have the kid be killed in 5 seconds in Sith Academy. So let's see if we can. I don't want to make a rule then go against it. So let's see if we can weasel our way out here.
Why don't you handle this?
My husband once trained to be a Sith. The fact that he didn't finish doesn't diminish his skills as a fighter. I hope you'll reconsider. I would pay you well.
Pick up a blaster and...
If you really understood what it was like to be a mother, you wouldn't hesitate to...
So that is free experience, but at the same time, I don't like the quest. I feel like I agree with the dad over the wife on this one, and like I said, the amount of experience that you get is like you do not need to do every side quest. Absolutely not. So let's
Do
just
you require medical attention?
sell here real quick. I think I'm just gonna go med
Be
pack
well.
this. Why not? Don't think I really need it at the moment.
I'm just saying I want to go on some missions. My blaster aim is pretty good. Anything's better than sitting around with you in our gear. No offense, big guy.
Wana wada blota wijawa. O wamawanka matuske.
Hey, look who's back. How'd it go out there, hotshot? Find anything?
Vex left a data pad at his safe house.
Great, give it over and I'll see what I can make of it.
Uchusa yomata chitoya. Nam kanoya choski nawi.
Pleasure's all mine, big guy.
Well, look who's in a generous mood today.
Hey, Brayden. How was Nemro's palace? We getting our hunter in to see this hut?
I've laid the groundwork, but we're not there yet. What have you got?
A data pad from Vex's safe house. Cracked the encryption in record time. Check out that last entry.
Our boy Vex keeps detailed records. There's a receipt here for a shuttle ticket he bought today. We'll have to move fast. Only the boldest make it into the Great Hunt, and Vex is a bold target. He's a champion gunslinger, completely ruthless. What do you say, Hunter? You ready to take down Vex all by yourself?
Alone, huh?
Sure that's a good idea?
Of course I'm sure. You're the best shot I've ever seen. You just lack experience. If you head out now, you'll catch Vex at the shuttle port before he escapes. Bring back Vex's ID tags as proof that you're the one who got him. Anything else he carries is yours to keep.
O kakiza spida perupa. Gadwa shiniko higa danulia.
I'm sorry, that was actually hilarious. So, I lack experience, and that's why I'm going by myself. That makes sense. The logic is there. Alright, let's see. I think what we are going to do is
Please use all products only as intended.
hunt down
Be
this
well.
guy and call it for today, and we'll pick back up after a little while here. Continue our adventures with Rytheo. So, one thing I will say is I definitely do not have the memory needed to remember all of these stories. Like I said, I played years ago, but I definitely do not remember. Every now and then you'll see me remember where like a holocron is or something like that, but beyond that, I fully plan on just going through this blind, having no idea what's going on. At the moment, I like the idea of doing free to play, but I do understand that the first 25 levels, I believe, they cut off your speech and like who you can talk to. I'm assuming that's to stop bots from spamming, which is an amazing thing. I am all for that. Pick up that quest next video here. But I believe we are in the spaceport. We are going after Vex, and we're gonna gun him down here. I didn't realize this mercenary was so famous. He's got a whole goon squad, at least 15 of them. That is impressive. I don't even think Boba Fett had this many goons on his little crew there on the TV show. At some point, I'm going to have to go back and try a sniper. I've always liked them, but I was joking around the other day on a gunslinger, scoundrel, whatever the guy, I believe it's a scoundrel, the guy with the shotgun, or scattergun in Star Wars, sorry. It was weird, they like, the combat roll wasn't working, and I don't know if I could play a character that is, like, defective. Like, the whole point of playing that character is to have fun and roll around and stuff. I also want to mention that I do think this will be very interesting seeing a Vanguard in the Bounty Hunter gear. Because I'm assuming that's what's going to happen if I make a Imperial character and play a Republic storyline. I'm assuming I'm going to look like a Jedi, not a Sith, so it'll be fun wearing the armor. Ooh, that was not fun. So, I'm sorry, I should have gone over this before, but I have my auto attack, ion pulse, which is like a little taser, shock strike, which is rifle butt, and then I just got high impact bolt, which is a shot that you're only allowed to do. Fires a very powerful round at the target, dealing 124 to 142 weapon damage, only usable against incapacitated targets and targets suffering from periodic damage, which would be amazing if I had a flamethrower, but I'm assuming... I feel like Vanguards get like flaming shells or something like that. We'll find out.
Huh? What's this? A lawman of sorts? Never thought I'd see the day dashing Vex would get cornered by a brute enforcer.
I also find it funny the guy lazily turns around after I murder all of his goons. That's funny. You've had this coming. Dashing, really? Dashing.
I'm not
really?
sure dashing is the word you're looking for.
Ha! But I know something you don't. Vex is not your ordinary run-of-the-mill thug. Oh, no. Vex is the galaxy's greatest quick-draw artist. Vex can shoot your ears off so fast, you won't even hear yourself scream.
Ooh, that's not even evil point. Yeah, definitely doing that.
Show me.
Cheater!
Oh, he gets back up? That's so disappointing. Oh, I was hoping that was the end. Level 5 ding. I just got Ion Wave, which blasts everything in a 10-meter cone with ionized energy, dealing 65 to 75 elemental damage to up to 8 targets. Huh. I could have swore I remember that being a channel. Was it not? Did they make it quicker? That's okay. I'm sure we'll find more than just one change from our memory, right? Alright, we are walking out of the story instance, and we will pick this back up next time, but thank you all for hanging out with me, and have a great time.